All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
My name's Seabass.
So, events of the weekend, man, it was really, really good. Started off Friday with a little get-together for Milo's graduation over at my brother's house.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's what that was for?
Yeah, we just kind of hang out with them, and all the family comes together. And
What you mean, them?
with my family, and then my nephews and
Okay.
sister, and everybody comes over and hangs out. But on Saturday, remember I said I was double booked, right? So I was supposed to go to Eagle Mountain because my cousin works for the water district out there, the water pumping station out there. And they have like their little compound where they live. So he invited everybody out to go hang out and, pool party and eat and whatnot. So I had made arrangements on my schedule to take that Saturday off. And Sebastian had to work. He wasn't going to be out till like 2:30.
Hold on. Context. I had requested the day off, and they approved it, and then scheduled me for that day. So I said, fuck you. I'm not coming in tomorrow. Is basically what happened.
Well,
So I called off.
I told him, I say, you should call off. Fuck it, just call off. Don't worry about it. If you're working 8 days in a row anyways, just call off. It's cool, right?
Well, wait a minute. What are you teaching them? Just call off. It's cool.
Yeah, just
I have the time.
Dude, you're not supposed to schedule a part-timer 8 days a week, whether it's
I understand. I understand that.
Right.
But you're also not to give the impression to the impressionable.
I feel like
it's okay to call out. Don't worry about
I
it.
feel like you don't know me, Tony.
How many times you call out a lot?
No,
Oh,
that's the point.
well, no, that's a good thing.
he's always there. They'll call him when they need
good.
something.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
But when you have those kind of employees, you should also, especially when you've already approved it, you should go ahead and
Yes,
give them that time.
That is true. And if it's already been approved, you should tell them, by the way, you scheduled me. I'm scheduled for the day off, if you remember. So go ahead and take me off the schedule, please, because I'm not going to be here.
I shouldn't have to do that.
Well, in a perfect world, you shouldn't. But people make mistakes, even
This
your
world
managers.
should be perfect, Tony.
But
I don't like
again,
it.
I don't like it. Yeah.
but that's the way it should have been done.
You have to manage up. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes you have to.
But to tell an impressionable young man, hey, it's okay to call out. Don't worry about it. It's
Well,
okay.
just fucking put your feather in your cap because I got fucked on Saturday.
The reason that I had to work 8 days is because several people called out anyways.
So you went to work Saturday anyways?
No.
Oh.
No, I had to go because one of my employees called out. She said, but her son was in the hospital, so it's not like I'm mad or anything like that. But it was just like, yep, that's what I get for fucking telling Sebastian, go ahead and call off. It's okay. And then I have to go to work because somebody called out on me. So karma comes back right away. You know what I mean?
So how many people do you have a certain amount that has to be in the office?
There should be at least 2 people in the office at all times. And we really should move to make it 3 at this point because it was awful busy. Like that Saturday, I scheduled the person that was going to be there was there by herself till 1 o'clock. So because she didn't go, I was there till 1 o'clock by myself, and holy shit, bro. Like just one right after another.
Really?
Yeah, it was yeah. One right after another.
What?
Loans and doing applications and taking payments and everything. So all morning long, didn't have a chance to sit down. They came by the time the second person showed up, I had like almost 50 payments already in 3 hours, and I've already done like 4 loans and at least 4 applications. So it's quite a bit in 1 hour. You know what I mean? Or each hour, but it was my fault for telling him to do it.
Are you based in any way as far as how your office does by the amount that you're bringing in versus what you're paying out, let's say in expenses and payroll? And the only reason I'm asking is because when I used to be at the rental car place, I used to have to run a report every week.
Right.
How many actual rentals we did for the entire week.
Okay.
Divide that by how many hours we had worked amongst everyone, and we were able to figure out how much it costs us to rent each car that we rented. And of course, the lower the expenses were,
The more you got.
right.
So they don't have us work. It's not like
So just real quick to go back to that. That's why we would do stuff like that. Schedule somebody by themselves for as long as possible.
Right.
That way payroll was just kept down.
nah. It was just they give us a certain amount of hours that we could schedule part timers and full time. Like I don't even work 40 hours a week, dude. I'm like 30, between 33 and 37 hours a week.
Okay.
So, but it's cool because they pay me enough to where I don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, all right,
You're not salary?
I can no.
Oh.
I'm hourly, which is kind of weird, and that's why like we don't have a P&L that we work. So I had asked one time because when I was hired, or when I first interviewed, I interviewed for a district manager position, and he asked me, well, what kind of salary you're looking for? I said, well, so you got to figure that, you got to pay me at least 70 for the store that I'm at. And there's got to be at least 10 for the other stores or 5 for the other stores. You're probably looking at, 10 stores. So if you pay me $5,000 each store, that's 120 grand minimum. And he kind of chuckled and he's like, how'd you come up with that figure? I said, well, I'm just, just a basic thing. It's not like one store is going to pay my whole salary. You're going to split that 120 up between all of them anyways. So it's going to be 10 grand a store. Each store, I'm sure, can make the 10 grand. And if not, that's why you're going to hire me. And he kind of laughed. I said, well, what's your cost per loan? I said, because you're obviously your rent is low because you have half of your stores that are standalone and half that are in grocery stores. So their rent is much less than mine.
Right.
Right. Plus your highest bill is going to be your cost for the employees. So what are we talking about? Because your insurance it's got to be light. It can't be that high. I mean, you're pulling in a decent amount of money, like a month. We do pretty good. You know what I mean? And we haven't figured all that stuff out yet. We're still kind of a fledgling company. And I was like, that seems kind of suspect. But he was all like, well, because we've only been around 5 years, we're looking at this amount to pay to start. And I was like, maybe just managing a store for you would be better than, you know what I mean? That's because I can't do it for that amount of money. You know what I mean?
So they're in grocery stores? Are they right here in this Cardenas?
Yeah, they're in the Cardenas there in Cathedral City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a different kind of company. So, but it's decent money. I don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean?
So when you were supposed to go to your cousin's house in Eagle Rock,
Yeah.
you said it's a compound?
Yeah,
Because I just thought Waco for some reason.
No, it's not like it's like
It's a living quarters for the people that work there.
yeah. So they have little houses for like how military housing looks like, right? Like they're all the same house and they're just same kind of thing out there. They just have like probably 20, 30 houses maybe.
If that.
Is it that? I mean, is it that important of a job that they?
Well, absolutely. You got to make sure that the pumps are always running. Everybody's got to maintain their area. They got to constantly check in the water to make sure that, blah, 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 make sure that it's at the right levels.
What do they feed? You don't know?
You're asking questions out of my pay grade now, man. I know he's out that way. I know that he lives in a compound and he's got a swimming pool, and it's about as far as I get. They got a shooting range, as far as I got.
Okay.
I don't really know. I'm assuming it feeds either Coachella Valley out to Blythe too.
Where's Eagle Rock at? I don't even know.
It's by Scirocco Summit.
Okay.
It's out in that area.
That's boonies out there.
Oh yeah, you in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, do they even have a grocery store out there?
Do they? They don't have one on the compound, huh?
They might.
They might have like
general
a
store.
small, like a Circle K kind of thing, but not like a full-fledged grocery store.
Man.
So that's a trek to go to the grocery store.
Because Scirocco Summit, I think right there off the freeway is like it used to be a Foster Freeze.
Oh yeah.
Something else. And I always wondered, the people who work here, where do they come from?
Yeah. And those little trailers on that one street and then the 2 trailers on the other side. Shit. Tripping. And then went over to our friend's Ivan's Saturday night and his wife for her birthday and for his daughter's Patty's birthday, right?
Yep. Why you say her birthday though? It wasn't for her.
Who?
For Marta?
Yeah.
They did something for her?
Well, I don't know. I don't. But her birthday was right around this time, right? Like,
Yeah, a week before.
oh. Well, we weren't invited to that one, so we were invited to this one. So we went ahead and we doubled up. We double dipped on that one. You know what I mean? And then we hung out and saw the fight on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think of the fight?
It was what I expected.
Okay. What did you expect? Like,
Just going round by round, punches being thrown. Let me rephrase. It is what I expected, because I expected Paul
right?
to be aggressive because he had something to prove.
Right.
And Floyd, I did expect that out of him because he's a little older. He ain't trying to get hurt.
Right.
So he wasn't looking out for no knockout punches. So it was exactly what I expected.
Well, he did get in there and brawl a little bit. He didn't have much chance to run. Like, I mean, the dude's a lot bigger than he was. So,
Dude,
I mean,
I coined it the Hulk Hogan in the Rocky movie.
yeah,
When they're in the same ring together.
absolutely.
That's how they looked.
It looked like it really did look like what's his name, Owen Wilson and Kevin Hart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look a lot. Both of them look a lot alike.
You know what else it reminded me of? And I was gonna say, but I probably should have because we were all in the same age group. Gilligan's Island. Okay.
Yeah.
There was the one episode where I think he was dreaming. It was like a Jack and the Beanstalk episode.
Yes.
And there was a little kid running around like running around, and there was like an old dude who was the giant. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, he did land a few good shots on Mayweather, but I think that Mayweather was weathering the storm till he got tired and then came out to look a little bit better at the end. But you got to give the kid his due, right? Like, he made it 8 rounds with the GOAT.
And I'll tell you what, man, he's yoked.
Yeah.
I was really surprised how.
Boy, he's big, right?
Yeah.
Kind of makes you wonder.
Really surprised.
I mean, there's got to be a time. There has to be a point at which, like, a fighter gets in a ring and looks across the ring and says, "I done fucked up. I shouldn't have taken this fucking fight. It was, get me out." You know what I mean? And that probably happened more with Tyson than anybody else, right? Would you have fought Tyson?
No. No.
What about today? If Tyson were, hey, I'm looking for a pool cleaner to fight me, and I'll give you $4 million.
Oh yeah, I would. $4 million. $4 million.
Would you do it for $1 million?
$1 million?
Because you know he's going to tap you once and you out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He might not want to go. He might want to toy with you for a little while, break a couple of ribs. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's gonna toy with you for a little while.
Yeah, right. You're gonna make it worth that $1 million.
I don't know.
What would be the least you'd get in the ring with him for? Say 5 rounds.
5?
Yeah, 5 rounds, 2-minute rounds. All you gotta survive is 10 minutes, dude. We gotta wear the
you know what I probably do? $1 million a round.
$1 million.
So if I make it all 5, I get $5 million. If I go down in the first round, I just get $1 million.
All right.
I mean, that would be fair.
Okay. Sebastian?
You know who Mike Tyson is?
No, I have no clue. You want to tell me who he is? You fucking dick. Yes, I know who Mike Tyson is. Fuck, I don't know. I'd take one. Just knock me out in the first round. I don't care. Just give me a 1.
Just 1 round? $1 million?
Knock you out in the first round?
Just punch me good in the face. Whatever.
It'll
be worth it.
You just stand there, put your arm out, and I'll run towards her.
Yeah.
I'll knock myself out. You give me 1.5, and we'll call it a day.
But do you remember back in the day we used to pay for those fights? And it would only last 1 round?
Yeah.
Do you know who Mike Tyson is?
But crazy,
Dude,
right?
yeah.
Like somebody would go, "Oh, I gotta go get a beer." Oh, fuck you! Oh, shit! I missed it. That's
Dude,
crazy.
Yeah, it is.
You
got more out of the pre-fights than you did out of his.
Yeah.
And nobody complained. I don't remember anybody complaining about it.
No. Well, everybody, because that's what everybody expected. It's when the fight started going a little bit longer, they were like, what the fuck's going on with him?
Yeah.
He's not himself tonight. What's happening? Tyson's losing it. Fuck that, dude. Even now, like, that old man, he still got hands, dude. There's no way.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He still got that power. Like, and then he did for this last fight that he did with Roy Jones. Roy Jones. He went and he did cryptotherapy, not the cryptotherapy. What?
Cryotherapy?
With that.
Oh, the stem cell shit. He did stem cell therapy. So they for him to repair faster. So instead of doing hormones, you know what I mean, and steroids, which you can't use, he did that shit, and that's why he was able to get all yoked up. And
Is that right?
and I guess that shit's legal,
Wow.
or with legal for him at least.
Does he still have the pot farm in Desert Hot Springs?
Yeah. Yep. I guess they're building it out. I don't know. Because he's supposed to be building like some sort of resort there too. Like it's supposed to be like a big campus.
Oh, is that right?
It's supposed to be huge. Can't imagine like this whole city and this whole valley is gonna smell like skunk. There's nowhere you're gonna be able to go and not be able to smell it.
That's true.
Because they're gonna have to have huge AC units and all those things to temperature control everything. And ventilation systems to blow it all out. And it's just gonna go in the air, and there's a hot springs windy as shit. It's gonna carry it right down here.
Be like the Salton Sea on those certain days.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever heard of, speaking of Desert Hot Springs, there's supposed to be a tunnel that Al Capone had put in? I was told this when I used to work at Pompeii parking cars. And they said that the tunnel was somewhere around there. And it was a straight shot to Desert Hot Springs.
There's a tunnel from Pompeii in Cat City to Desert Hot Springs.
Yes.
Come on.
I'm not lying.
And you believe it?
I kind of do.
Why?
Because...
What ties does Al Capone have to Palm Springs?
I think he's got ties to Desert Hot Springs for some reason. So it was like from Desert Hot Springs to get here.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not like it's a one-way tunnel, but I don't know.
Well, I'm wondering, like, that would have had to have been for alcohol, right? Like, that would have been the only reason why he did a tunnel.
True. I don't know. And the only reason I say it is because I've heard that in regards to a tunnel from different people. But one person who sold me on it was where, the tunnel came to that area where Pompeii is. Or used to be.
I don't know, dude. I would assume. Well, here's a couple things. I would assume that would have been a fucking nightmare to make, because you figure anywhere in this valley, anything after a shovelful is rocks, huge rocks. I'm not talking like there's fucking boulders.
Yeah.
So they would have had to have been explosives involved, like they would, and that's a long trek from Desert Hot Springs to Cat City.
Very long. However, back then, dude, it wasn't made up like it is now. I mean, come on, soft sand.
No way, dude. There's no way. There had to have been. And even if it was soft sand, then how do you build a tunnel? Because if you dug under it, it would have collapsed, right?
That's true. I don't know. Something to look into.
And the question is what kind of system did they have to get from Desert Hot Springs to Cat City? Because if they were walking, that would have been about a 2-day walk. Under the ground at 120 degrees.
That's true, too. All right, now you keep busting my bubble.
I'm sorry, dog. I just when you said that, I was like, that makes no sense to me. Like,
Because I think I mentioned one time when we were partying, there's one cat named Ruben. He got left behind, and we were at Chillers,
okay,
and his rides to DHS left him on accident. It
right,
was one of those things that so many cars, everybody thought everyone was in somebody's car,
okay.
and he wound up walking home. He made it by the next morning.
Yeah, but it was probably it probably wasn't hot. You know what I mean? And you would think you would have to have some sort of ventilation system between those 2 points. There's no way that there would be enough air in there for somebody to walk from Desert Hot Springs to Cat City underground.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to burst your bubble. I'm just saying,
Too late.
explain that shit to me.
Well, it's a good what do they call that?
Legend?
Yeah.
What is that called?
An urban legend?
There you
Urban
go.
legend, yeah.
God damn, we
I
slow
was gonna-
tonight,
I was
boy.
gonna see if either of you could figure it out, but I guess I'll carry.
Thank you. Appreciate you being here, Sebastian. I just wanted to say to you, by the way, Tony, fuck you very much. Appreciate you.
Uh-oh.
Nah, because the other podcast you were giving a shit. Oh, did you send out, what'd you say? Did you send out the acknowledgements or what are they
Announcements?
called? Announcements? Didn't do that. And then you guys caught me about, did you get pictures? And I was like, fuck, I didn't even know they were selling pictures. Like, I was like, fuck, I'm a bad dad, bro. Like,
What do you mean you don't even know they were selling pictures?
bro, like, that's usually the mom's job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, on
No.
on some serious shit. Like, I mean, you know, I work. I got this shit going on. I got, you know what I mean? Trying to, all these other different little bullshit things I have happening. And at one point, I'm 18. I got it. Cool. Handle it then. Right? I stopped thinking like, all right, well, I need to get this. I need to do this for him. I need to do that. And I mean, I bought his cap and gown. I was like, cool. You got your shit for graduation, right? Yeah. Totally forgot about announcements. Didn't even cross my mind at all. Right? And because, you know, normally when you go to school, it comes in, hey, Dad, here.
Yeah,
This,
package.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, the package.
I got to go online and look for it. You know what I mean? I got to go on the school website and see what they're doing and see what they're giving out, see what I got to buy, see what I got to do. So anyways, you were giving Ivan shit about buying pictures or whatever. And I actually went online the next day after the podcast and there was a link where I could go on and buy pictures. And I don't know what Ivan talking about, an $800 package. Because I think I paid like $65.
You got package Z-106 then.
So there's like 5x7s, just a bunch of 5x7s of him with his, you know, diploma there. Because what they did is after they walked on stage, they pull him to the side to go back down their row. But before they went back down their row, they took a professional picture of him with there. So I got like 15 of those.
So there's none like where he's sitting there dressed up in his
I have some.
gown.
I took some with my iPhone. Hey, but they good, dog. I know what you're thinking. You're like, fuck, that was. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, fuck, that was far away, dude. But I was thinking the same thing because I told Sebastian, I don't know if I can get him with my phone, dude. But shit, them pictures came out good.
Are you talking about from the actual ceremony?
Yeah, dude. From
No,
where?
I'm talking about
you're
like
talking-
class pictures. Like when you sit down, you know, they got the little background. You didn't get none of those?
No. My ex-wife had them done, right? Your mom had them done.
I don't know. They're not my pictures. I
Yeah,
don't give a fuck.
up in Hatchapee, he went up there and had them done with her. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
I didn't get none of those. Gosh.
Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
They're sitting in that frame out there.
What? All right, we'll go look at him.
His graduation picture with his cap and gown?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Because she wasn't at the graduation.
No, but he had his. Oh, and he didn't get his cap and gown until a week before the ceremony.
That sounds about right. because that's what my kids did.
Yeah, see?
But see, when it came down to take those pictures, though, they had to borrow previous graduates their caps and gowns so they could take the pictures.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
because my daughter borrowed like my nieces or something like that.
I got you. Yeah, we didn't do all that. But
I was wondering why you was all quiet when we were talking to Ivan about it.
I was like, fuck, I forgot all the pictures. Holy shit.
Well, and quietly he goes, "I'm a bad dad."
Yeah. I did. I said it on the podcast. Fuck, I'm a bad dad. Fuck. But real quick, before you change the subject, I'm gonna hook you up because you was asking me questions about that, about where our pictures. How come we don't get? I'm gonna hook you up, dude. I'm gonna get the 5x7. I'm gonna buy you a fucking frame. That way you don't just have to put them up. You know what I mean? Because that way you get a little bit more shelf life in 6 months.
So
Today, Junior.
Say it.
you just single parent just needs to step up his game because you're working twice as hard.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to come down on you, but you know, come on, kid.
He 18. What I got to worry about now? The lights are on.
That
Food
is
in the
hey,
fridge.
that is true. But hey, I mean, graduation time. Hey, we taking pictures, class ring.
I offered him a class ring. He said he didn't want one.
Yeah, my kids didn't want one either, but we got them
Why am I going to spend the extra money if you don't want it?
because a year from now he's gonna be like, "Oh man, I should have got that class ring."
Here's John Stone's phone number. Call him, tell him you graduated Rancho Mirage High School.
And why
in
do they got a
2021.
monopoly on that?
I don't know. Them rings have been the same since like 1952.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Somebody needs to come up with a new style ring.
No,
because-
I got mine a different material. It was new.
What'd you get yours out
It
of?
was some sort of black something.
Really?
Because when my kids graduated, around that time, I don't remember. We were going to the school for a lot of things. I don't remember what, because everything was winding down for them. And what is it, Johnston's?
Johnston's, yeah.
Dude, they would have like tents up on the campus.
Really?
So you could, class rings and announcements and all that stuff. They had somebody sitting there selling it all day.
We had an entire assembly at my high school where you would design your class ring there, you'd buy your cap and gown there, and anything else that you wanted, the tassels or whatever the fuck, anything else that had to do with graduation, they had it all right there in that assembly. If you didn't get it in that assembly, you couldn't get it.
Really?
Mhm.
Out here, doors are open 24/7.
Yeah,
They're trying to get
everybody's
you back,
money. Well, what's funny is because when I went on to look for his cap and gown, I told him, I said, "Hey, dude, come here." Well, I said, "You don't want a sweatshirt from there? No. You want a t-shirt? No. You want a backpack? You want the little sash for it? No, Dad. I don't even want the cap and gown." It's like, God, come on, kid. Like, you got to graduate. Like, you got to be there. You know what I mean? Like, not for you, but for family. I don't care if you don't want to do it. Like, come on.
Family didn't even go.
Yeah, I know, right? And then family didn't even end up going. So, yeah, I mean, dude, I offered it to him. It's not like I didn't. So I figured, well, shit, he's probably not going to want pictures either. So I just canceled all that shit out in my head. So, shit, cap and gown, we're good. We're done. We're good. Need a little gas to get you there, and I'm good.
Man, that's incredible. I mean, because that was such a milestone.
It was, yeah. When
I was so happy to get out.
right? Like, fuck, man, finally I'm out. I can go get a job, make me some real money, because my dumb ass ain't going to go to college. Shit, college is for dummies. I'm going to be making money now. Shit, you would have known. You could have been making more money and save money so that you could quit at this age. But no. Did that shit the hard way.
Did you hear about the story about that kid in
Yes, the Mexican flag.
North Carolina.
North Carolina? First of all, Mexicans in North Carolina? Damn.
Dude, we're everywhere. Everywhere.
But it makes sense that in all states, it would have to be in a southern state.
How shitty is that?
What?
So this kid graduates. They tell him he can't be a part of the ceremony because he draped his Mexican flag over his gown.
Yes.
And they escorted him off, and they said,
No, hold on.
"Go ahead, go ahead."
No, I mean, they did not necessarily escort him off. Him and his family.
Did you not watch the video?
Yeah.
The teacher was walking behind him, yelling at him about not getting his diploma.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
And she had the two cops, and the cops had their hand on their, like, revolver or whatever. I don't know what they have on this side.
Was that right at the time when he was supposed to get his diploma?
No, it was in the hallway.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So you didn't see the cops standing there
Well,
with
dog, his whole family was acting up.
Well, fuck it.
Do you get why?
Yeah, I do, because they
Okay.
were wrong.
Who?
Him.
The
The
kid was
kid?
wrong?
Yeah.
Do you know how many kids were at this graduation that had their shit draped over their backs? I was like, cool, fucking power, bro.
No.
Sick.
No.
How is that wrong?
Totally wrong.
That's just like having a sash.
So if your kids wore a
Totally wrong.
So if
Nope.
hold on, no. So if your kids wore a Puerto Rican flag over their back and they couldn't get their diploma because of that shit, you'd be pissed, right?
Nope. Because they would be wrong.
That is horse shit.
How is
No,
that? How,
That
okay.
is bullshit that you're
Nope.
that you wouldn't be
Nope.
pissed.
How is it wrong?
Because the rules are, if you want to do something extra to wear, it's on your cap only. Not, and it specifically said nothing on your gown. If you want to decorate your cap with whatever you want, feel free. Those were the rules. You can't go to work and that your work tells you got to wear this uniform and you're going to put something over it. What's your job going to tell you?
You might have a point there.
And don't get me wrong, and the school specifically said this ain't got nothing to do with the Mexican flag. This is about
It had everything to do.
Oh,
In
yeah,
North
of course
Carolina,
it did.
it had
Of course it
everything.
did.
Okay.
But the rules, but they still got the rules.
Right.
I mean, had he put a Mexican flag on his cap, and they said something, okay, now I've got the issue too. But the rule was, you cannot put anything over your gown, and my man had himself draped in that. First of all,
he was
hold on a
about
second.
30 pounds wet.
Hold on a second. First of all, he shouldn't even gotten as far as he did. They should have pulled his ass out of the line way before he got up
Pronto.
there. Exactly. Thank you.
Hey, you know what, Tony?
Nah, fuck that.
What you mean? Oh,
That's the
No,
first time
no,
you've
no,
ever.
no,
That's
you're
the,
wrong
hold
on that one, kid.
That's the first time you've ever said something that made sense.
I make sense every time.
no.
That's fucking wrong in and of itself.
How is that? Well, how is it okay? Okay, so what's your side? Why do you think it's okay for him to do that?
Well, because it's a pride thing. This kid comes. He's probably North Carolina. He's probably first generation to graduate high school in North Carolina. Showing a little bit of pride.
And he was. Yep.
Showing a little bit of pride.
Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you're right. There are rules, and just because you Mexican and you want to show pride doesn't mean you don't.
And
you
hey,
don't have to
if
follow
he don't
the
like
rules.
it,
Get the fuck out and go back to your country.
become a congressman and get those rules changed.
Come
you
on,
don't like
it? You just got to join the school board and tell them,
Hey, okay, then
Nah,
do that.
fuck that. Go up to a congressman, wait till you're 35, then become president and change that shit.
There you go. But
Make
again,
that bitch an amendment.
I mean, again, he shouldn't even made it. He shouldn't even made it as far as he did.
The fact that he made it that far,
Yeah, he
should be that nobody was paying attention.
Yeah.
That's
to
a
the
pretty good
rules.
argument, though, Tony.
Argument? There ain't no argument.
Yeah, no, I mean there is because everybody's gonna
Oh,
make
and then
everybody's gonna
here's
make it
the
the
thing.
race thing.
And here's the thing: when he didn't get his diploma and then met with his family, they started acting up.
Well,
And,
For
hold on.
fucking good reason.
No, it's not for.
They
a good
don't
reason.
know the rules for good reason.
No, they knew the rules.
Are you sure?
did they set them out in Spanish? Probably
They-
not. So how are
It's
they
not their
supposed to know?
responsibility to send it out in Spanish.
Bullshit, it's not.
How's it not?
Why do you have to send it out in Spanish?
Why not?
Because the family don't speak
What, they
good
got-
English.
How's that the school's fault? The son speaks English, doesn't he? That's how he
The,
graduated.
the school should be taking that to, hey, we want everybody
Hey,
to know
in a
what's going
perfect
on.
world,
Hey, we
maybe.
want everybody to know what's going on.
He-
It
Hey,
turning it
in a
on you.
perfect world, it should be that way.
should
but-
be a perfect world, goddammit.
Well,
We live in a free goddamn country.
Unless you're Mexican and graduating high school.
Free to print up the language we speak in. Now, don't get me wrong. It should be in Spanish. Okay. But if it's not the school's responsibility to make sure you understand
How
it.
is it not?
If you're going to a foreign country,
How is it not?
hold on a second. If you're going to a foreign country,
My apologies, Tony.
you should know that country's rules and regulations.
and
you
their
know their
language? Is that what you're going to get at too?
No, you should know their rules.
then why
and
shouldn't
it's
they
your
put it in Spanish?
responsibility to figure out those rules and regulations. Am I right or am I wrong?
But
So,
your whole issue.
if you break-
no, now I'm talking. Your whole issue is on it being only in English.
No, that's not. No, that's not my issue.
Sorry,
His issue
your
is you're
issue is
requesting
that
it in
it's not in Spanish.
Say that again.
Your issue is that it's not in Spanish, and I rebutted.
No,
that
your
it should
issue is
be.
that it's not in
no,
Spanish.
No. You didn't hear me right. You didn't let me finish.
Okay.
Said your problem is with my rebuttal of the fact that it should be in Spanish. There should be a secondary in Spanish.
Yes.
So you said nothing about the language in your argument right there. You said the rules and regulations.
Right. So what I'm saying is, if the parents didn't get some forms in Spanish that they can read, because they were given the forms to the child, to the student. If the student did what he was supposed to do and bring it to his parents and say, "This is what's going on," and they can't read it, they need to figure out how to get it read. It's not
By learning the language, right?
Or they
or
could go to the
gives-
school and say,
"Yeah,
hey, no,
I can't
no,
understand this. Can somebody break it down for me?"
El Helpo.
Exactly. And is it right? No, but hey, rules and regulations. Is if you go to Mexico and you don't understand something, whomever you can't understand it with, is not their fault. You don't understand it.
So
you
when you
need
go
to
to-
figure it out how to get
I'm
that.
not saying that.
So when you go to Mexico, do you speak Spanish?
Yes,
When
I tried to.
When you're here in the U.S.
Yes.
and you come across somebody that speaks Spanish,
Okay.
like let's say you were still working at the car place, right?
Uh huh.
And a Mexican came in to rent the vehicle.
Okay.
Did you speak Spanish to them?
As best I could. Yes.
Why?
They
Because-
should know the rules and regulations, right?
They're here. They should know the language. That was your argument. So why would you speak Spanish to them?
No, because I was able to speak Spanish to them. But
The school
hold on a
is
second.
well and capable.
But
of
I didn't
typing it
print up
in
the contract
Spanish.
in Spanish. So
No.
if
No, but you provided the translation, right?
You had to.
because they were asking me to provide the translation.
Yes or no? Did you provide the translation?
Upon request, yes.
Okay.
So,
So
if
you never took it upon yourself to tell them.
no,
Ever.
no, I took it upon myself. What
Yeah,
you mean?
to tell them what
Of
they were
your own
signing.
volition, yeah.
Well, yeah, because they were asking me okay, I want to rent a car, So if they're asking me in Spanish, I'll reply in Spanish
But why?
because
Should-
that's the language they're choosing to speak to me in. And
Yeah,
because,
but that's not the language
but
that you
however-
were hired to speak.
right. However, if no one was in the office that spoke Spanish at that particular time, they could either sign this contract and not know what they're signing.
We're not talking
or,
about them. We're talking about you.
Or come back at a time when somebody could translate for them.
But why?
What
should
else
you-
are we
but-
gonna do?
But why should you have to translate for them? They came to this country. Shouldn't
Yeah,
they?
they should know the rules and
I mean,
regulations.
by what you're saying.
No,
That's
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what. No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
No, I am
No.
not. Because you said that the school doesn't have to translate, and that the parents should.
No, I didn't say that.
That's what you said.
No, that's
why,
not what I said.
You said
What
why
I-
is
Yes,
it
it
their
is what you said.
responsibility?
Is-
Exactly. So why is it your
Why is it their
responsibility?
responsibility to initially send it out in Spanish?
Correct.
If the parents have an
is
issue
it
with it,
your
not,
responsibility to have that conversation with somebody in Spanish, even though you work for an American company that probably didn't pay you to speak Spanish.
yes, it is my responsibility.
Why?
Because they're asking me to. The person in need, which is the customer that doesn't speak English, asked me to. Just like
did they
parents
ask you
went
to
to the
speak in
school and
Spanish?
asked them to translate it.
Well,
the school
wouldn't that be the same? And shouldn't the school have done just like fucking Dish does and Spectrum does? And if you got a Mexican surname, send that shit out in Spanish on the back.
So if they have an Asian name, should we start printing stuff in
Mandarin? Absolutely.
So there's no complaint about that?
No,
Nobody had a fucking.
that's being accommodating.
Nobody had a Kawasaki sign on their back, so Okinawa or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Wow, Okinawa's Japanese.
Yeah, come on. Get it right, kid.
They're all Eastern.
Now that's fucking racist.
Why?
Okinawa.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Anyways, no.
Chopsticks,
Listen,
motherfucker.
hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on. What I'm saying is this. Okay? My rental company and this particular high school printed their things up in English. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The person receiving whatever it is that we're printing up in English, if they have a problem with that, they need to take it upon themselves to figure out what it says. Now, if they want to come in at, hey, I don't understand this, what does it say? I'll translate for it. Just like the school would be happy to.
Bullshit, that school would be happy too.
That school wasn't happy to do it. She had cops trying to hold their
Yeah.
guns.
Well, hey,
Anyways.
they didn't want to get out of hand.
Why?
If
'Cause they're
somebody
Mexican?
getting reckless, hey,
Why? Because they
they,
were Mexican. Yeah.
no, because they got 600 other people they got to protect. It's not their fault. It's not the cops' fault that your son chose to do this, and now he's paying the consequences for it. And you want to get all out of hand?
But,
No,
okay,
that's not
okay.
happening.
Okay, so I understand your argument. Valid point. Let me ask you this: as a human being, just because you're not being one right now.
Yeah,
So
no
just-
devil's advocate bullshit.
But yeah, no. As just
You're not
Okay.
being a dad.
just as a human being, as
Okay.
a parent, as a normal just person, right? Do you believe truly and in your heart right now that this was the climate for that teacher to stand on that rule and make a spectacle of that family for that rule?
Yes.
Wrong answer. But
Why?
Yes. Because why should this teacher bend those rules? Because she's got rules that she has to follow.
I understand that. Let me try to ask you that question again, because apparently you didn't hear what I said. Do you really believe that right now, after having so much of this country split by race, by our supreme white leader that gave a voice to all these people that hadn't had a voice in a really long time and let who they are really show, do you really think that right now was the right time for her to hang her hat on this?
Based on,
Let me ask the question again, because apparently you didn't hear me.
then I'm gonna say, yeah, yes. I don't see a problem with it. Okay, let me ask you this. Allow me to retort.
but
Are you a closeted Trump fan?
Hold on a second.
no, but honestly, like, really,
Oh,
you don't have a problem
you're
with
saying we're split? We're split right now as a country. That's what you just said.
it? Yeah.
Okay, is it yes or no? Is that what I
Yeah.
just said? Okay, so what you're saying is we should all be unified. We're all Americans, so that's what we should go by. I'm an American. You should be treated. I should be able to vote without having any problems because I'm an American. You're trying to. Certain places are trying to take away voting machines and cut the hours, and we all know that's towards the minority neighborhoods, minority areas. But they're all Americans. They should all be able to vote, right? So we're all the same. Am I correct on that? Would you not agree with me? We're all Americans?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay. That high school,
I
are they all
fucking
not high school seniors graduating?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Don't try and stand out. The rule is all these seniors that are graduating are wearing this cap and gown. The rule is if you want to do something to your cap, we implore you to do it. But as far as the gown is concerned, that's not to be touched because we're all seniors of this high school. It's all unified.
So I'm going to ask you the question again.
And I'm going to give you the same answer. Yes. I don't
even
have
though, even though, like, because to me, I think, like, yes, you have a valid point. I'm not debating you on that. You know what? Yes, there are fucking rules. Yes, you're not supposed to drape anything on your cap and gown. You can do your cap, not your gown. I get that. I'm not arguing with you on that.
Let me cut in then. Then why were there 3 kids at this graduation that we went to that did that and it was okay?
Well, I think because at that school, there's probably a 75% base Hispanic population.
So in that point, it's okay. But in South Carolina, it's not. Or
No.
wherever the fuck it happened.
What are the rules for this school? Are they allowed to do it?
I'm sure it's probably the same as that one.
But you don't know.
No, I don't know because I didn't get a paper that was
but
either
this
English
other
or
school that
Spanish.
we're talking about specifically said the rule is, which is why I was like, okay, then he's wrong.
Well, but let's say, I mean, our rules were the same too, right? Like, it was, if you want to decorate your cap, you can.
Yeah.
So it's fair to say that was probably what the set rules are. However, this community is probably more based and not as biased as what maybe North Carolina is because of the population and what the makeup is.
So at that point, the majority, it doesn't matter. If it's 75% Mexican, it's fine. You can drape whatever the fuck you want over your cap and gown, even if the rule is.
That's not what I'm saying. You asked a specific
And I'm less asking you, and I'm more asking him, but you're the one that's talking to me right now, so that's why I'm looking at you. You have me confused. So if this school had the same rule, let's just say it had the same rule.
Okay.
3 kids had shit draped over their gowns.
Okay.
Is what he's saying true that it's okay that
No,
because
it's not okay. But if the teachers at this school chose not to do anything about it, I would say, okay, they chose not to do anything about it. If the teachers over there chose to do something about it, I say, okay, they chose to do something about it. I don't have a problem either way. If the students in Rancho Mirage chose to break the rules, I'm not the one,
in control of it.
If they want to let that slide, then they let it slide. That's up to them. If the school in North Carolina chose not to let it slide, then okay, they chose not to let it slide.
All right, fair enough.
So let me ask you this. You're saying in this day and age, with everything, and what you're saying is, should that teacher have done that? Okay, with that being said, I'm going to hit you with the same exact example, but say, should that kid have done that?
Should the kid have draped the...
Yeah. In this day and age, with everything that's going on, why is he trying to cause trouble?
Well, because I don't think he put it on trying to cause trouble. I think it was just, it's just a pride thing.
If you're told, do not wear anything over your gown, and you choose to put something over your gown, you're telling me you don't think that's causing any trouble?
I
don't think you're being rebellious and saying, no, I'm going to do this?
I don't think they think about it like that. I mean, we didn't think about it at that fucking age. Right? Like, we didn't say, fuck yeah, we're going to wear it, and fuck them. They're not going to tell me what to wear.
But that's pretty much what that kid said.
I'm sure after he was approached about it, that's what he said.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that because obviously...
Because at that point, now it's fuck you, because you're telling me that this shit's wrong. But beforehand, it's, fuck, I'm Mexican. I'll wear a Mexican flag. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my heritage.
But you see, you're saying it wrong. He said, fuck this, I'm proud of my heritage. I'm going to wear this flag, even though I was told not to.
Was he blatantly told?
rub.
Was he blatantly told not to?
From what I understand, from what the news reports are saying, the school is specifically saying this has nothing to do with the flag. The issue that it's a flag. The issue is he wore it over his gown, and they were specifically told.
I'm talking about before the graduation, before he put it on. Were they blatantly told that they can't have anything draping over it?
Yes.
That would be no, because he never would have made it that far had he been told prior.
Unless he kept it under his gown, and then when he walked up, that's when he threw it over.
Very, very true. A lot of questions left that would maybe change the bias that you have. I'm just kidding. Not just kidding. I mean, yeah. But see how. Here's the other point of it: is see how ugly something so simple can get, depending on what side of the line you're standing on, or how you're perceiving it. Because when you first see it, oh, they're not letting this fucking Mexican kid get it because he had his fucking flag on and blah. Because when I saw it, I was like, wow, that's fucked up. What's the email? Like, I thought I'm going to send
serious?
I thought, man, I need to fucking send an email.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Did you?
I should figure out his email address and say, next time when
You're in somebody else's house,
you follow their rules. Let me ask you a question.
That's not. That's
You
his
don't
house
have
too.
you don't have no rules to enter your place of employment.
Doesn't fucking see. Oh, never mind.
What do
No
you mean?
shirt, no shoes, no service type deal.
Nah.
They can come in
You
barefoot.
got a mask. You got to wear a mask. You come in
Barefoot,
naked
no
as long
shirt.
as you got a mask.
Really? But do you understand the concept of no shoes, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
it's
shirt.
pretty
Okay,
blatantly obvious.
All right, then it's the same thing.
So
To graduate, you need this. And here's the other messed up part about it.
okay.
The initial news reports were saying he had to apologize to get his diploma.
I don't think he should have had to apologize.
Okay,
I think
I don't either. But does that mean he doesn't get his diploma?
no. I think he already did the schoolwork. He graduated
Yep.
with all of his classes.
And here's where it's messed up. The school's saying we never said that. His diploma's been sitting there waiting for him. He just needs to come and get it.
wow. See,
That's what they're saying. They said we never said that.
but see how fucked up I mean, God, it's so driven. And again, it's driven by bias, right? Like, you have these people that put up these little clips on TikTok or on Reels or on Facebook or on Instagram or Snapchat, and you see that little portion of it, and you get fucking riled up. And you get riled up to where the point where you don't stop and think, hey, well, what were the rules? Right? Just like when we see, like cops doing wrong sometimes, you're like, well, was the dude breaking the law?
Right.
Not that anybody does. I'm not talking about people that nobody deserves to die, like nothing like that. But I'm just saying, like sometimes when shit happens, you're like, well, but were you breaking the law when that happened? You know what I mean? Like, were you fighting back? Were you like, it's that same kind of concept. You get this small portion of this huge thing that happened, and you have to make a decision based on. You don't have to, but most of the time you make a decision based on that. And a lot of times emotions get involved in it, and you can't think past it.
Say you're walking in the store. And
Watch
some,
you in the
some,
store.
some dude comes up to you and is like, hey, I need you to come with me on the police. I need to ask you some questions. And he's in regular clothes. What are you going to tell him?
You're not
You're not in uniform,
not?
bitch.
You're not in uniform.
Yeah.
What if he says, fuck it, I don't have to wear a uniform. I don't have to.
Then he's clearly belligerent, and I shouldn't have to deal with him anyways.
Okay,
He
so
shouldn't be on the
you do
force.
understand that there are rules and regulations in regards to what you have to wear during certain times, during certain situations.
would have
This
to- you'd
is
have to show
fucking
me.
different.
Oh, no, it's
You
the same
cannot-
thing. It's the
it
same
is
exact
not
thing.
the same
Because
thing.
somebody
It's the same
Because
thing.
that cop's got a gun. That kid was going up to get a diploma.
That's
Same
a-
shit.
that's
What you say?
said the cop had a gun.
Who
and
said anything about a gun?
You did.
I did not. I
You said
said
it was
somebody.
a cop, right?
I said some guy comes up to you, says, "I'm the police. I want to talk to you outside."
You said,
That's
"I'm the
all I
police."
said.
As soon as you said on the police.
Okay, well then.
said anything about a
hold
gun?
on, hold on. Then
Well, police
hold
don't have a
hold
gun.
on. I got him. So your next question was, so there's rules and regulations on what somebody should wear.
Exactly.
So that means that he was a cop. He had his fucking gun.
No, he was in plain clothes.
Plain
He
clothes
wasn't.
cops carry guns.
No. He was just chilling, and he decided he wanted to talk to you.
Yeah,
But he's a police officer.
Yeah, I might have dropped back.
Yeah, he's
dog.
got his gun.
But do you said you don't see where I'm trying to get at?
No, I don't.
I don't know what the fuck you're still barking up that
Yeah.
tree for. I already told you that
I'm
you
right.
had a valid point.
No, my point is
I
correct.
said you had a valid point.
Okay. I guess I'll have to take that with the 2-on-1
Yeah,
going on right now
You're gonna have to take it.
because both
about all
you know
you're
I'm
gonna
right.
And I stopped what we were talking about and clapped for you and said that was the first time you said something that was.
That was his first taste of victory. He wanted to go all the way.
I had to drive it home.
He wanted his free
That
will
nail was
moment.
still sticking up about an inch. I had to hammer that shit down. No.
You want to take a second to take a deep breath and enjoy it?
Woo!
Have a sip of your coffee.
Woo.
Go ahead.
Oh, that was a really valid point, though. It was good. It was a very good argument.
I know.
Did your wife tell you to say that?
Oh, fuck. She probably did.
I'll let her know both you said that.
He didn't say no.
Hey. I mean, Father's Day was coming up. She was thinking about making some of those cookies, but
Oh,
I guess we won't be bringing any here.
Why am I not wearing the right clothes?
Oh,
Am I don't have the right
shit.
uniform on?
No, you're just not talking to the right person the right way at the moment.
Oh, she's not here.
Oh.
How often do you go to the store by yourself?
Grocery store? Or
Yeah, I guess, probably a grocery store would probably be the most common places would happen.
it's been a while. Right now, I average maybe once a month,
So,
if that.
like when you go, do you go like maybe half a cart? More than a couple of things?
Okay. I'm either doing two things. I'm grabbing one or two things and that's it, or I'm grabbing a shopping cart full of stuff.
Okay. So let's say it was one of the times where you went and you had a shopping cart full of stuff.
Okay.
And you were standing in line. And you saw somebody come behind you and they had like one or two things.
Okay.
Do you let them go in front of you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Have you always been that way?
Yes.
Sebastian? You let that person go in front of you?
Hell no.
I probably
you-
would, yeah.
Really?
I'm a good person, Tony. Fuck you. The hell? What's your gripe with me tonight? Do you know who Mike Tyson is? And would you be a decent enough person to let somebody who's got less shit than you in front of you at the fucking
I'll be
store?
honest with you.
What did I do to you?
I expect you to say, fuck no, he's got to wait just like I'm waiting.
No. What did I do to you?
That was going to actually be my life.
Do you?
You know, that never fucking works out for me, though. And I'll tell you why. This lady had something and I fucking knew I shouldn't have let her. That she went ahead and, of course, she had something that didn't have a fucking tag. Now they're got to fucking send somebody back to I think it was down here, blah, and fucking now I'm there waiting for them to come back with a price.
You know, not that I would change it, but yeah, it has a lot to do with age as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because, dude, don't be surprised if they try to pull out a checkbook and start writing a check out.
Ugh. My mom was doing that till like right before she passed away. We finally had to take the checkbook away from her because she couldn't. Her hands were too shaky to write. Like she had written me a check for some shit that I had done, and she needed to pay me back. The check fucking bounced because the signature didn't match. I'm like, hey mom, we need to go to the bank and pull the money out and you got to pay the $35 bounce fee because your fucking signature was fucked. Like, holy shit, dude.
But no, I've always been the type to just let them go.
Yeah?
I might even let 2 or 3 people go.
Okay, that's too far. I'll let
You know,
one
it's
go.
because it's quick. It's quick. Come on, it's quick.
You know, I think
I'm not in a hurry.
It all depends on how long I've been in line.
That'll play a part too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I've been in line and I'm waiting for the fucking literally get a price check on some bullshit, fuck that. You might as well start eating that fucking ice cream now because you ain't going ahead of me. You know what I mean? Fuck the dumb shit. Nope.
And has it ever happened to you where you just had a couple of things they let you go first?
You know what?
It's happened to me.
Yeah.
Not me.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think that it's had to have been at least 10 years since that's happened to me.
You know what you look like, right? You're fucking scary.
How am I scary, dude? I'm the nicest guy in the world.
You're just you're hard to approach. But once you get past that, you're okay.
You think I'm hard to approach?
You
No
better
comment.
be fucking honest, yeah.
No comment.
Really?
You don't understand. I know what I look like walking through a store, and I know I look exactly what you fucking
And you know
look
what?
like.
To be honest with you, your resting face is not like smiling.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think mine is anymore either. But yours definitely ain't. And
Dude,
but once you start
when
talking, it's good as gold.
Right.
But your resting face is like
He said I got resting bitch face.
You do.
Holy shit.
You look like you're walking through Walmart
dog.
waiting to beat
Yeah.
somebody up.
When you guys come walking through the casino or something when we were having that little get together,
Yeah.
both of you came in. That's like all serious as can be. It's like
I don't want
damn.
nobody talking to me, dog.
You see what I'm saying?
So
That's
he-
exactly-
you admit that you're not approachable, goddammit. That is your point.
The fucked up part is when I'm approachable, nobody fucking talks to me anyway.
Yeah, because
Is it
99%
too
of
late?
the other time, yeah.
You scared them all off already.
By the time I'm approachable, I'm drunk. So, hey!
You know what else they say?
Uh.
Like the waitresses, oh, he ain't tipping. You come walking in like, no, he ain't a tipping.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
But we tip good. The fuck?
You tip?
We don't tip as good as you, Tony.
No, yeah. We don't
We do
tip our
alright.
fucking barbers at the end of the year.
Or fucking garbage men or whatever.
We sure as shit don't tip our pool guy at the end of the year.
Not until there's fucking water in the motherfucker. Jesus Christ. They'd be dropping in fucking ice cubes before it fucking. I decided I'm gonna try something new, dude. I'm gonna fucking go for it. I mean, it's been in my head for a while, and I read this article, and I think now's the time. Now's the time to make the fucking move, dude.
EOS?
Wow.
Ain't that about a
that
bitch?
is fucked up, Tony. Holy shit.
What's-
No, I'm gonna become an artist.
Oh, okay.
Don't you look like the biggest prick in the world?
Wow.
Not bigger than him, but don't you look like the big...
Hey, you ain't that far off, fucker.
I'm
You
pretty
said
far.
I was gonna make some changes. I was like, oh, good shit. All right.
Shit. No, I'm gonna become an artist, dude.
This motherfucker. EOS? Super honest and convinced. Like,
I'll be, before you go into that, here's why. Our clique, they've all like joined gyms and shit.
Right.
And so that's honestly, that's where it just came from.
Well, all you fuckers, okay, so we'll get back to this in a minute. So, and all you fuckers have talked to me about it, and then like the last podcast, I mentioned that I would take medicine for my, and I say my heart, but it's for high blood pressure, but that's your fucking heart, so, you know what I mean? That's why I say I take heart medicine. I don't take fucking nitroglyceride or whatever the fuck they give
I
old
think
people
that's
and
an
shit.
explosives.
But they give it to people for their
Oh.
heart.
I know that shit from the movie Zorro. Anyways.
Right? So, even the other night, we were sitting, I had mentioned on the podcast, hey, I fucking, I gave up soda. I'm down to like, I drink like one or two.
He quit soda like he quit smoking. I've been sitting on that joke for a fucking week now.
Yeah.
I've been so excited
Told
to
me,
tell it.
I got it, Dad. Okay, go for it. But you know what? Like when I on a normal day, I'll have a cigarette in the morning when I get up and when I get home. So I smoke 2 a day.
Okay.
We stopped the other day and like when we go shopping, we'll pick up 2 24 packs of Coke is what we were doing. Dude, a 24 pack would be gone in 2 days. We would each drink about a 6-pack a day. On top of what
It was
like
pretty
I
bad.
would get at lunch at work, you know, I'd get my food and obviously it comes with a soda or whatever. So I'm eating bad shit and I'm drinking a huge soda. Then I'd come home and I'd have 2 sodas with dinner and a couple sodas after. Then, well, one more before I go to bed. And you know what I mean? I got more than a 6-pack down. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I switched to beer. And so now I drink I'll drink a can of soda with lunch and I'll come home and I have one with dinner. So I have like two cans
Okay,
of soda
so
a day.
you haven't cut out sodas. You just
No,
cut
not
down.
completely. No, yeah.
Because you said I cut out. I stopped drinking soda.
I told you.
did. I
I
did
told
for-
you he quit sodas like he quit smoking.
I did. I quit it for like the first 24 hours. I didn't have none. For the first 48
Yeah.
hours, right? I had none. And then we were like, hey, well, let's go get something to eat because it's late. And, all right, cool. Well, you want something to drink? Nah, but I'll take a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
So, but it's better than what it was before.
Okay.
And matter of fact, the other night, I don't know if you saw it, but we were sitting there and I had eaten tacos. And I normally I don't drink beer when I eat. But I was drinking beer with the tacos. And the salsa that they had at Ivan's was hot.
I got
So
a story about that.
so I'm sitting there, I'm sweating, right? And I was like, fuck, my mouth was on fire. I'm gonna have a Coke right now. So I went and I grabbed a Coke and I sat down and Tony's fucking sitting next to me. And he reached over and grabbed it. What the fuck you doing?
You didn't see that?
No.
And that's exactly what he said to me too.
Yeah, of course
the
he did.
What the fuck are you doing? And I was like, damn, kid.
He said, I thought you quit. I said, what, you my fucking wife? What the fuck's going on here?
Oh, I heard that. Okay, so I heard the end of it.
He just caught me off guard. I was like, the fuck? Like I never had another, you know what I mean? So, but that's cool though. I appreciate that. That's cool. Trying to keep me in check. But
Yeah, you still let
You
him
know
drink it.
how the backyard was pretty dark? What'd you say?
I said, "Ain't it? You still let him drink it."
So you know how I
You're
look,
an
right?
you're an enabler.
You know how the backyard was kind of like dark.
Yeah.
So my old lady said she grabbed some tacos, and when she was making me a plate, and she asked me if I wanted salsa, and I said no because I got to see it first, because I don't like it if
I don't like it.
So I was like, no, don't give me none. So she had came to me like towards later on during the evening. She says, I was in a bad predicament because I put salsa on there, and I guess I put too much, and I didn't realize how hot it was. So she was like hyperventilating because it was so hot that she had to run to the bathroom.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, and start like drinking water out of the faucet and shit.
Oh,
Because
shit.
she didn't want nobody to be worried because she started freaking out a little bit.
Wow.
Some fucking ball of Mexicans. We are
Yeah,
getting
right.
a little bit of salsa. Holy shit. And it's fucking funny because I was sitting next to Rob, and Rob had mentioned the last time, he's gonna get mad, but whatever. So the last time when he was here, oh yeah, my old lady fixed my plates. Whoever go, man, he fixed his old lady a plate twice, and his own that night. I was like, man, you chump. And then he's sitting there. He said, "Hey, it's good, huh? Yeah." He said, "But it needs salt, huh?" I said, "Yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but yeah, a little bit of salt." I said, "But it's because we're Mexican. I would have fucking put salt on it before I left the table." You know what I mean? That was pretty fucking funny though.
The lady that was working the tacos was pretty pissed that he asked her for salt.
Oh, he asked her for
Yeah,
salt.
we were up there. We went up there at the same time. He's up at the front of the line. You have salt? Salt like sal? Like just like that? My shit don't need salt. Yep.
Fucking Rob. That's hilarious. But yet, she wrong though. You got to carry salt all the time for fucking.
You do.
Especially if you do in a Mexican party. I mean, add salt to everything. They put salt on salt. Shit.
Yeah. Had a salt to meat, the onion, cilantro, taco shells, everything.
'Cause it kills.
Salt the fucking plate.
It kills the heat too. Shit.
But yeah, man, when I grabbed that Coke from you were kind of... You
Real.
were pretty serious
I
about
was a
it.
little spicy, right?
Yeah, you were, really.
I hadn't eaten all day, dog, and I went. And by the time that happened, I had like 3 or 4 beers already. I was, the fuck you doing? He said, I thought you quit. Man, what the
Because
fuck?
I'll be honest with you, man, if you quit, then you quit.
Again, he quit sodas like he
Oh,
quit
I didn't know
cigarettes.
that, so- Because I wanted
I
to
had
hit you.
thought of that joke right as we left.
I wanted to hit you with, because 5 years sobriety for somebody don't mean they just had a sip a week ago of some alcohol, but they're still 5 years sobriety. No, clock restarts at that point. So I was like, I didn't want that clock to restart for you. That's
I got you. I appreciate that.
the clock still fucking restarted though, Tony. You didn't do a good enough job.
Yeah, it's been restarting every day around 3 o'clock because what time I go to lunch.
Yeah. I've been pretty good about it.
Hey, but you know what? I've been drinking a shit ton more water. And you have. That's it. You have. You've been drinking. Don't shake your head. No. Shit, you in your room. You don't even know. But I take a bottle to work and I'm all day long, like 3 bottles of like that all day.
water.
Yeah. I feel a lot better not drinking that much fucking soda though.
I kind of stopped a few months ago myself. I should say stop. I cut way back.
Like me.
But it went from like sodas, then I started drinking like the lemonades, and,
Yeah.
and fruit punches, and Kool-Aid.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's the transition. I'm starting to
Come down.
yeah, and then it just evolved now. Like with dinner, I'll usually drink water.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get back to that, dude. You know what I mean? And maybe EOS is in a bad situation. Maybe I should.
It's like, gotta crawl before you walk in.
Right. That's what the pool's for, man. You know,
Hey.
the low impact.
No, seriously, because
It's a
what
lap
time you go to
pool, dog.
work?
Huh?
What time you go to work?
No, that's the first thing I'm going to do is get out and,
What
and
time
swim.
do you go to work?
God damn, like, here's my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I usually,
Except you mad dark.
I know, right? Damn, that's why I don't want a dark woman. That's why I like me them white women. Docile and shit.
So wake up a half an hour earlier and swim you some laps.
How many laps you think I'm going to be able to do in a half hour?
1.
Hey, dude, I ain't going to lie. That first fucking lap is going to feel good, but I'm going to be,
Yeah.
give me the oxygen.
You know what you need to do?
Mm.
Get you some coins. Okay? Like 10 coins. Start with 10. Put them on one side of the pool. And grab a coin and swim to the other side and drop off the coin. And when you drop off all coins on the other side, you're done.
You want me to do 10 laps to start with?
That's gonna take him the whole half hour.
Doggy paddle, kid.
I ain't gonna be able to make it to work.
You really think it'll be that bad?
Dude, I'm big, bro. I didn't realize how big I was till I saw myself in that. I was like, God damn.
Saw yourself in what?
In that picture with Milo?
Oh, I don't have.
Oh, yeah, I didn't send him to you. I get it. Hold on.
Well, you ain't got to send it now.
Well, like I'm big, dude. I was like, God damn, even my face. Like my face got 4 different shades of color on it. Yeah. And it's not even because of the light. It's just I got 4 different shades on my face because the sun can't hit it all at the same time.
Your face is cooked at different temperatures.
Yeah. Like that Christmas ham and shit,
Yeah.
or fucking turkey.
Your cheeks is medium rare.
You know what it is, kids? The shirt. You shouldn't have wore that shirt.
Because it's got
Because it's plaid.
vertical
Yeah.
stripes.
I mean, I could say a couple of things, but I'm not.
You already said EOS.
Yeah, like what?
Good. Don't be a bitch.
I wouldn't stop. I'd have said it.
It looks like a fucking
Picnic table?
Dingamajig.
That's why I didn't. I was gonna buy a red one, red and white one, and I thought that'd be more like something somebody would
Did they
say.
have to wear masks while they were doing it?
Yeah.
No shit.
We were supposed to wear one in the stands. I was like, you ain't gonna make me walk a fucking mile and a half.
So that picture you said that they took after they got the diploma, did they take the mask off
Yeah.
at least for that? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't be scrolling through your phone.
Don't.
Find something you might not like, or some things you do like.
You have. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Woo. That's a lot of mango right there. A lot of mango right there.
So, you really don't think you can do 10 laps? I mean, we ain't going for speed, kid. Just cruise along.
Well, it's a 24 foot long pool, right? And you got 2 feet of it is that step in front. So now we're talking 22 feet, right? And if I push off the step, that'll give me a good, and then I'm 5'10", so that only leaves 10 feet left. And then if I push off, that's another 3 feet. I really only gotta do like 3 strokes to get to the end of the pool. So yeah, I might be able to do 10.
You're going to be sore. Because that's the one thing about swimming, kid.
It's everything.
Yeah, you're using muscles that you didn't even know you had.
Yeah. But that's the plan, dude. Fuck, dude. I don't want to be this big no more. I got to do something about it. You know what I mean?
I'll wake you up every morning at 4 o'clock if you want. I'll call you.
It ain't gonna take me that long to do that many fucking laps. Jesus Christ!
You never
Okay,
know.
just start with like 2 coins. And
No, I think I could do the 10.
And like I say, so you don't have to keep trying to count. Just boom, grab a
There
coin,
you go.
put it on the other side, and leave them there. So tomorrow you just take them, and bring them back over.
I can't leave them fucking coins there. Milo will come up and be like, "Oh shit, they're $2.50. They're gonna get me a Coke and a bag of candies." Nah, I don't leave money laying around nowhere. Just kidding. I do.
So you wanted to be an artist?
Yeah, dude. What do you think? It's a great idea, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I figured that dude sold a fucking. Did you hear about this guy? He had a.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He had this. He had this. What would you call it? A sculpture that he did.
A piece.
I think that's what they were calling. Like it was a sculpture that he did, right? A piece. Maybe they just called it a piece. And it was on display. And he sold it for 18.3 million?
No.
Or was it 183,000 or
that was
something?
18,000.
Hold on.
Wow, you're adding a lot of zeros.
Yeah, it was. Because mine's gonna be better, so it'll be the. Oh, he sold it for $18,000.
$18,000.
And it was nothing.
Sculpture. It was. They call it a sculpture.
They called it a sculpture, and it was on a pedestal, and it was nothing. There was nothing there.
So, in essence, he paid $18,000 for a pedestal.
Yeah.
Actually, no. They actually paid $18,000 for the certificate that said he bought
Wow.
this invisible sculpture.
Wow.
Could you imagine that? I understand if you got FU money, but to pay
But now you're just pissing it away.
$18,000 for literally nothing.
It's like an ETF.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Dude, I read the article.
Okay.
It said that the buyer, the owner of this nothing, is literally nothing.
Right. It's it. There's
Because the
nothing
artist said you have to imagine what it would look like to you as a person.
Wow.
That's the point of his art. Every individual thinks of it differently. He says the owner should put it in his home where it has, I think he said 4 feet around it of nothing. So like if you're going to put it in the middle of a hallway,
It's
like on
gotta
a
be-
table,
Right.
nothing within 4 feet should be around it.
Now,
So
let me
you're
ask-
just going to have a table with nothing on it.
You know what I would do? I would
People are
insure
so
it,
dumb.
and then I'd call the fucking insurance company. Somebody fucking broke my statue.
Somebody stole my sculpture.
But dude,
You know who his muse was, right?
no.
It was the guy that wrote the fucking, what was it, the Emperor and the Naked Emperor, or what was that story from little kids? The guy made the clothes for the Emperor.
Emperor
and it
has no clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove. No, I know.
Emperor
I've
has
never
no clothes.
seen you more disappointed in me before.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I've never. Why is that the fucking thing that you're most disappointed in me about?
Because I figured that I was counting you to and
I'm not
Well,
gonna know that shit.
He did give you a movie. A literal movie. Come on. You got to give him a little bit of
Yeah, but it
credit
had
for
nothing to
that
do with the Emperor being naked.
Not when he was a donkey or a llama or whatever the fuck he turned into.
A llama.
one. But he had a new groove. Got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. You hit the wrong lever sometimes on that fucking thing.
All right.
I stretched that one. But, hey, I fucking made it. You know what I mean?
But dude, again, I understand if you got
$18,000
FU money,
For a piece of paper.
but dog, to say that you own this thing
And it's nothing.
and it's
It's
literally,
literally an ETF of like a blank JPEG.
Right?
dude, crazy.
He should take a picture of it and sell it as an ETF.
I wonder-
ETF. He should
Yeah,
sell it
I
as an
don't
ATM machine.
Yeah.
That was that. That
Can-
story
but
was
the question,
incredible.
because you paid 18 grand for it, can you insure it?
It's yours. I'm sure the insurance company would have a hard time
Yeah, no.
describing what the thing is.
Well, because it could be anything to anybody, right?
Yeah, the day that he insures it, it could be a puppy fucking another one. But the day that it gets stolen or something,
It could be a bunch
It's
of dogs
like-
playing poker.
yeah, the Rat Pack.
Like, the balls to buy one, like,
Not the balls to buy it, the balls to sell it like that.
No, well, the balls to sell it, yes. But how are you the person to buy that?
Like, fuck, that's
a-
smart.
Again, I understand if you got FU money, but to literally pay $18,000, I mean, and $18,000 to this person is probably like
nothing.
$1.80.
Nothing, yeah.
Right. Like, we're
18
freaking out because
cents.
18 grand's like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
But it's come on. You could call your local high school and say, give me a student that's going to college and I'm going to give them 18 grand.
Holy shit, dude.
That's so bad.
So who's got more balls? The guy that sold it? Like,
The
what?
guy
Like,
that sold it.
here's the question. Because artsy people are usually pretty kind of off the fucking wall anyways, right?
No, they're on the wall because they're art. Hey.
You are.
You want me to be a part of the fucking show or not?
You're not on fleek tonight.
You want me to be a part of the fucking show or not?
Dad jokes out.
You want to shut my fucking
There's
mouth
already
now?
two
What do you
dads
want?
in here.
What do you want?
I want Sebastian back.
Yeah, I'm the third dad, bitch.
Huh?
What?
Everybody just shit their pants.
Right. So I mean, like they're different, right? Artsy people are fucking different.
A little quirky.
So, and you have to have a gallery to put something like that in. So was it they were all out one night getting fucking high and drunk and said, "Hey, how funny would it be to put up a fucking nothing and sell it? You think we could do it? Fuck it, let's try it."
Here's the other question. Did the guy make it with the intent of selling it? Or did that dude offer him 18 grand and was like, fuck it, I'll take that for nothing?
I'll take that nothing for 18 grand.
No, the guy who was selling it said, fuck it, I'll take 18 grand for nothing.
Fuck, that's crazy.
That artist just had to sit there and say to himself, Bitcoin, what's it called in general? What's the general
Cryptocurrency?
cryptocurrency? He's like, cryptocurrency is literally nothing. I need to cash in on that concept.
Yeah.
Like something, dude. Like that's fucking crazy. And how are you the dumb motherfucker that has
That's
it in your
what I want
house
to know.
and invite people over and be like, "Hey, did you see what I got?
No. What am I looking at?
The table's empty." Aha. Like
That's what you think.
Or
Look a little harder.
Or because I don't know if you necessarily put the certificate next to it. Okay? So what if somebody walks in and bumps the table? Hey, wait a minute. That's $18,000 worth of a sculpture right there.
holy shit, dude. I'm lost at the whole fucking like fucking 18 grand, dude. Like you had to. Did he have nobody there with him? Hey, there's nothing on that
Yeah,
table,
right? Or his friends are dickheads because he goes, "Do you see what that is?" And they're like, "Dude, yeah, that's fucking awesome.
You should bid on it.
You should yeah. Dude, I bet you 18 grand is perfect for that."
Or maybe he was just that fucking rich and fell into that gallery that day and said, "Watch, let's fuck with everybody."
He said, "I'm gonna make an artist's day today."
And just said, "Look, there's nothing on that table. I'm gonna buy it." You know what I mean? Like how?
Yeah, dude, I can't grasp it.
Like I can't grasp. How do you?
Nobody can grasp it. It's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Point taken.
That's a fleek
much
moment.
Better, much better. It's coming back around, folks. It's coming back around. So like, yeah, like I can't grasp the concept of how you tell yourself, "Hey, there's nothing on that table. I'm going to pay 18 grand for a certificate that says there is."
Yeah, even if it's not for sale, like there's no price tag on it. What makes you say that's worth 18,000?
Right?
There's fucking nothing.
And here's a question.
How about took my foot out?
Maybe they did it like an auction. And if you're the auctioneer,
Are you not laughing the whole time?
yeah, like
You're saying out these numbers?
coming up next block 1822, you'll notice it's whatever the fuck you want it to be.
Yeah.
It's what did I say? It's called Invisible Sculpture by such and such. This display is to be put in your home with a 4-foot circumference around it of nothing to be put on display.
That's ridiculous. And the fact that people fell for it, like, and you have to know,
The fact that the art comes with rules is a problem.
and you have to know that it's a room full of people that have fuck you money.
Yeah.
And if people, 9 times, well, I would say a small portion of the people that are going there have long family money.
Old money?
Yeah, they don't have old money, right? So these guys are trying to buy shit for the long run, right? So at what point do you say 18 grand on that nothing? That's it. That's what I want. That's what I came here for.
That'll look perfect in my study.
But what if there was an actual bidding war on it? and
How
it
is
got
that-
up to 18,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is there a bidding war and it didn't get up to 18,000? It did like nobody goes into an auction and the bidding starts at 18,000 and
Yeah.
it's
That's
the bidding
bad.
at this one starts at 2 fucking pennies.
And the question is, when they ship it to him,
Right?
right? Like for 18 grand, fucking send me a box.
They
Is it
probably do.
is it in a wooden crate? Did it come with a stand? Do you have to have your own stand in this 4-foot circumference to put your statue of nothing and your certificate?
And you know this dude is like in a New York condo that's like in the high rise of
Right.
it's all white. There's a bunch of space everywhere. It's an open floor plan. Like,
It's probably got a light on it.
yeah,
Bro,
right?
yeah. Holy shit, dude. It's just shining down on the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
table.
right.
And then the dude's probably got a maid, right? So how do you tell the maid to fucking dust it? Maria, careful.
It's air. It's air, so she vacuums it.
Maybe, right? How creepy would it be if she went to go fucking vacuum it and there was just a square
Yeah,
that was
right.
clean on the table? I think if I was a fucking owner, I'd do that. Just
Yeah.
clean the square. Say, hey, can you see it? Yeah, Maria didn't dust very well today. Look,
Yeah.
you could see the base of it. Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like, and maybe it's just because we don't have that kind of money that we don't understand it, but
I guarantee you there's people that have money that are making fun of this guy right
But
now.
let's be honest also. You're paying millions of dollars for art, a piece of art anyways. That's really like, come on. $1 million for this blotch of colors.
Some of
so-
it's impressive. There's some shit that's fucking
And there's
incredible out there.
but and those might be valid for that kind of price tag.
well, there's that one artist that I don't maybe you know the name, but he painted the whole canvas black and put like this little red dot in the middle of it, and it was supposed to be some dude sitting alone in the dark smoking a cigarette.
I have a question. How the fuck am I supposed to know the artist?
Because I thought
But
it
it
was
makes
somebody.
sense. It's like one guy sitting in the dark smoking a cigarette like 2 football fields away.
Right.
'Cause that's the point at which it would just become
Just a
'cause you
glowing
can
cherry.
see, that's how powerful our eyes are. Is you can see a candle lit 1 football length away from you, 1 football field length away from you.
Really?
So for you to
You
just that's
think?
pretty. I know.
How do you know?
How
Because
do
I
you
went
know?
to school and paid attention.
I never talked about candles at our school.
We didn't talk. It's not the candles that are the fucking point. It's the eyes.
Oh,
You think you can see a lit cigarette from one side?
Okay, I said a lit candle. Didn't say
Okay, I
cigarette.
can. I can see. Okay, I'm still stuck on.
But
a
I'm
cigarette.
I'm making the comparison of a lit cigarette. So maybe he's not a football field length away from you. Maybe he is
He's a good
about
distance.
80 yards. Yeah.
and I was like, well, yeah, you'd be able to see them all because he was on a football field. I wasn't just thinking about the length. I was thinking the whole. I was like,
Holy
you see
shit.
the whole guy. What are you talking about? That's not hard.
That's like the 4 car length thing.
But it's like you heard of Banksy?
Yes.
You see, this is where it's just, and this also goes into, for example, musicians.
Okay.
There was like a famous violinist that was playing Carnegie Hall
Right.
at night, and tickets to go watch him were in the hundreds per ticket. But during the day, he went into the subway and would just play with his violin case open on the floor for cash, and people were just walking right by him. Same dude playing the same thing he was going to play that night.
And
So
people
it's just a matter of, again, we're not in that world,
knowing who your audience is.
right? So
No. Because when he's in the subway, I didn't ask to hear your shit violin music.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. But if I'm buying a ticket, if I'm buying a ticket, God damn it! If I'm buying a ticket to go listen, I want to listen to you. You're asking me for your money by keeping your case open and sitting in the fucking subway. God damn it! Stop laughing.
He said shit violin music.
Fuck.
He said, I didn't ask to hear you play the violin, but he said, I didn't ask to hear your shit violin music.
Violin's I had to make it excessive. Violin is a pretty instrument. I like the way it sounds.
But I watched a movie on Banksy. He's an artist.
What? Okay.
That
answers my question.
So he used to do, he would go and do big tags, but he would only do like one a month or some shit, right?
Yeah, he did some weird stuff. Not weird, I shouldn't say weird, but he might have started as a graffiti artist.
He was, yeah.
And then it just evolved until he became a popular painter. And what he did was he made these small, like his shit was selling for millions, and he made these small 5x7s, 8x10s, and he drew them himself, did little arts, and he gave them to a street vendor to sell, and they were worth thousands. And he told the street vendor to sell them for like $5 each.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, and hardly anybody bought them. And he wrote his name on them and stuff, and put, nobody really believed it, and they just would pass it by, and dude was just trying to sell them. Nobody was buying them.
Wow.
And so I forgot the point I was trying to make. Oh, it's just knowing your audience. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be paying thousands of dollars for
not on the street like that. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Well, like those, because some of those guys are fucking badass. Where they use the spray cans and little cardboard cutouts, and they make you like the pictures of the skate,
space,
all that skate shit. Like,
it is an art form. I'll give you that. Yeah, like I'm not into it.
I'm not into it either.
But it is, dude.
You gotta have some sort of fucking talent to see like
that shit is bad.
Like I have my own talents doing what I do,
and that's
minimal at most, right?
That's minimal at minimum.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
And these guys, like, to be able to see color and to be able to put it all together like that, to create something that out of nothing is fucking, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, there was one the other day where this guy did a picture, out of Rubik's Cubes. He would mix the colors up.
Those are cool.
And I'm like, fuck, I can't even fuck up a Rubik's Cube like that to make a painting, much less put it together. You know what I mean? Like, if you gave me a Rubik's Cube and said, all right, put all the colors back together, I would turn it and I would break the edge off and you know what I mean? You remember how to do that shit, right? You laugh because you did it. And so I'd be able to put it back together, but to mix it up enough and know how to move it to get certain colors in a certain place to make a picture, there's no fucking way. So there's a certain amount of forward thinking that they have to see that shit.
I have a lot of pictures drawn just out of pencil because I can't see color like that. I can do depth perception. I can do what shit goes where, but I can't do color like that. So I have hundreds at least drawings that I've done that are just in pencil.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
And like people that can like they draw, like those guys that draw that really like immersive 3D shit where you walk out and you're like, oh shit, like you don't want to step on it, like it's, or like where they have they draw on the paper and they draw a snake on the paper and they shade the paper so that it looks like a real fucking snake's on the table. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, how do you have that eye to create that?
Have you ever seen? It's been years since I seen them, like pictures or maybe videos of people doing it where they draw shit on the street. Looks like there's a big ass crack in the and it's like crazy. It looks legit,
right?
Waterfalls in the street in the ground. Looks like, dude,
like a main broke, right?
Dude, crazy.
I don't have that kind of vision. I don't have that. Just like the other night you were talking about it when you were mixing, right? Like for those of you that don't, Tony, mixes.
I play around,
right? But I mean, when I told you, I said I didn't know that you knew how to blend music like that. A lot of guys nowadays, they don't know how to blend music. They don't go from one song to the next. Because I remember when we were in high school, the whole bit was you'd go out and dance, and you'd be on the fucking floor for half an hour, thinking you were still dancing to the same song. Like, fuck, dude, when's the song gonna end? Right? Because it was all the same beat. It was all about the same tempo, and it just one song right after another, right? Guys can't do that shit. They're like, they'll go and they'll get there and they'll and then start the next song. What the fuck is that, dude?
You know what's funny is when especially when I go to the casino, if we go to the casino and they got like somebody playing music there,
Right?
and that's exactly what they do. They just the song stops and the next one starts, and I'm like, he's not even trying right now.
Yep. Frustrates you, right?
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the same way, dude. I can't listen to radio. I can't, and especially like XM radio or Sirius, it drives me fucking nuts because, you know, the way we did it, the way I was taught was you don't talk over the lyrics of the song. Nobody is more talented and you're not bigger than the fucking song. Don't talk over the lyrics.
Right.
Right? So you would have what's called a post, right? So like at the beginning of the song, you have 8 seconds. Hey, it's fucking Wild 94.9. You listening to, you know, my name is Mingo, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you check us out, blah, blah, blah. Wild 94.9, bam, the fucking lyrics start, right? Bam, you hit the post. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. In fucking XM radio, yeah, you're listening to woo, 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 wah, 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 blah, 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 wah, wah, wah. And I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it drives me nuts, dude. Like, I can't, like, XM, is, like, Sirius Radio has been calling me for, like, fucking since I bought that Toyota. Hey, are you gonna go ahead and no, I don't fucking like it. I don't listen to it. I can't stand any of that shit. I don't want it. And they keep calling all day. And I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, you don't understand. It drives me crazy. I'll go, like, I'll leave here and I'm going up towards like Tulare or going up to back up to the Bay Area. There's certain radio stations that I'll tune in to hear, right, to see how they're doing or see who's on. And there's times where I'm just like, nope, I'm done. Right back to my
really,
yeah, dude, drives me nuts. Like I hear these guys and I'm like, these guys are fucking awful. I'd kill it. You know what I mean? But my dreams, my days gone by.
You ever heard of Cola?
Who?
Cola station?
Oh yeah, the radio station.
Yeah.
Okay.
We like when we go out of town. As soon as we pass Banning, we tune it into Cola.
Is that what do they play?
A lot of 80s.
Oh, okay.
But dude, every time my wife and I are out of town, we put it on. Every fourth or fifth song is like a Prince song.
Yeah,
dude, and it's like, man, it must be the running joke between her and I is it must be Prince weekend, because it's always Prince. It kills us.
There's a like when a program director or the music guy, he'll have a favorite, and they'll add that in more than they do everybody else. I had a program director and it was a running joke between myself and my ex-wife that whenever
fucking point at me when you're talking about her.
If you knew that you would go to, yeah, I mean, right? Like you would go to certain cities and you knew that he was supposed to be there or whatever, right? Running a radio station. And as soon as fucking Monifa Touch It came on, oh yeah, that's his station. That's him. Monifa, bro, he must have been getting paid a shit ton of money to play Monifa Touch It, because every fucking station that he was involved in, you could hear it within 5 fucking songs, bro. Every fucking time. Monifa Touch It. That was his fucking joint. That was his go-to. But yeah, there's a lot of money in that bullshit, or there used to be.
And what... I don't know if you can answer this. Payola.
Yes.
What's wrong with that? I don't get it. What's the problem?
Well, okay. So you'd have to go back to like 70s and 80s to really find out what was wrong with payola.
Okay, let's define payola for those who might not know.
Okay,
what it is.
so payola is,
because I know what it is.
Okay.
But I just want, for the rest of the people who don't know, I want them to know.
Okay. Well, you want to explain it?
No. That's why I'm having. You know,
that's why. Okay.
Yeah, you already started. You're good.
So payola is like you have a new record. You have an artist that's coming out, right? And you came to me, and I was a program director. He said, "Hey, man, I really want this
or
song."
Or the DJ.
Well, that's different because you have A&Rs that are for DJs that are breaking records and doing shit.
Now, again, just for the people who don't, what's an A&R?
Artist
relationships.
Yeah. And so they would go to the radio station, and there was ones that would only talk to the mixers. Mixers are the guys that play it on turntables, and that they would go out to clubs and play different clubs, and they would pay them to play certain records, right? But then they would go to the radio station, and before they used to, like in the 70s, it was cocaine. There was cocaine in all the records.
Right.
They would they would slip, and sometimes there would be money.
Yeah.
80s, the same kind of thing. And then it started getting to where, they were catching on. You can't do that kind of shit, blah, blah, blah. So what they did is, the way they were getting around it was they would have them pay for trips. So let's say you were a program director somewhere, right? And I wanted you to play this artist for me. I need, 300 spins, blah, 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 whatever it is. All right, well, send us on a trip to go see him where he's going to perform. We need a flight. We need this. We need that. We need this. We need that. And then you need to set me up so that I can go along with the listener. So now you're getting a free trip out of it. They're getting a promotion to do with the radio station, and you're getting what you want out of it. So then what they would do in order to make that happen sometimes is they would come to you and say, hey, I want to buy some ad time on the radio station. And they would pay for commercials basically to promote that song as a new artist. So that money, basically you're laundering it. That money's going through the chain of command there, through the traffic department, through, into the payroll and all the other bullshit, right? Into HR. And all your other shit is being cleaned, and you keep that shit in your office. And then, you'd get gold records, you'd get platinum records, you'd get all this bullshit, you'd get all this memorabilia, you'd get t-shirts, backstage passes, depending on who you were and how big your company was or your station was, is what you can get away with asking.
But what is why is payola wrong?
Well,
it's a radio station. If it's my station and somebody wants to pay me to play a certain song 20 times a day, what's wrong with that?
Because here's what happens. Say you're an artist, right? And I'm going to sign you. You're going to give me $1 million contract, right? So we're going to give you 10% of your contract up front. We're going to give you 10 grand to start, right? And then we're going to front you the cost for recording, promoting, and doing all this bullshit. So when I go to the radio, my A&R or your A&R goes to the radio station and he's giving this shit away, he's giving away the artist money. The artist pays for all that shit.
So it's okay.
So if the artist isn't careful, they end up getting pennies on the dollar for the songs that they're selling, unless they get the rights to all their bullshit. And that's what Cube and Prince and Michael Jackson and all those guys started realizing and doing, was like, fuck that. I want the rights to my music. Because if the company has the rights to the music, they can use your music however, and you don't get royalties for it.
Okay, but hold on. So what if it comes out of the artist end, the money that they're giving the DJs or the
let's say you're a small independent station or a music company, right? Production company, and you have a great fucking artist. His music will never get played because he doesn't have the money to pay to get on the radio station.
But if he doesn't have a hit, it's not going on the station for free anyways.
How's it not? If it's a hit and it's big, you don't have to pay anybody to play it. Because they're going to play it anyways. Because they're going to hear it somewhere else if they don't. Especially nowadays, there's no need for payola. Everything's on fucking SoundCloud. It's on YouTube. I mean, fucking MTV doesn't even play fucking videos anymore.
Right.
These guys are still fucking making videos and putting them on YouTube. So they're spending a shit ton of money to make a video to put on YouTube to get hits on there.
Okay. Let's take a couple steps back. Before all this YouTube and everything, I'm still not understanding the problem with payola. Now, okay, hold on. If Prince came out with a new album and they're trying to promote it, and it 10 grand comes out of his end to give to the DJ at the most popular radio station in Los Angeles.
Right.
Here's 10 grand cash for the next week. Play this once an hour. What's the problem with that? I don't understand. I don't get it.
But why should that DJ get paid? He's already getting paid from the radio station to play the music. You're taking advantage of the fact that you're getting money.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so your real question is, how do you get some?
Or the real question is, why is it illegal? Because it was illegal, isn't it?
Correct, because some people were taking advantage of it. Because some people were like, what happened was Payola was, all right, so we're going to buy you this trip, or we're going to buy you, 15 PlayStations to give away on the air, and everybody at the radio station got a PlayStation, and none of them ever got on the air.
And I'm still not seeing how that's illegal. I'm still not getting it.
You still don't get it?
No, because if it's it has nothing to do with the government. It has nothing to do with whatever.
Sure it is, because it's not money that you're saying that you got.
So the reason it's illegal is because they weren't paying taxes on it?
I'm assuming. I don't know. I never got any, so I don't know.
You know why you didn't get any?
Why?
Because you're not approachable.
Yeah. Fuck. So Payola is banned in radio because the airwaves are publicly licensed, which makes them subject to government regulations in a way a supermarket shelves are not. After the 1950s Payola scandals, government decided that radio stations should be as independent as possible from their suppliers. Oh. What's wrong with Payola? Google has your answer.
Yeah, not the guy who's been in radio for years.
Yeah, because I never got any of it. I didn't fucking know. Dude, are you kidding me? We would have had a fucking pool when I moved down here. Shit, I'd have bought a house down here a long fucking time ago. Because it is a public entity, I guess, and they don't want you getting paid on top of what you're making to do that. Because really, radio is like the last free public entertainment, because you pay for cable, pay for everything else.
Right, but again, if I don't like what this station is playing, I have the option to change it to another station. So if this station is playing a lot of back to Prince, because maybe Prince is paying them to pay his music, I'll just listen to somebody else. Freedom of choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why again? So I don't see what the big deal is.
Hey, if I was back in radio, I'd figure out how to take
Because
advantage
here's the
of it.
thing: if the DJ or the music director chose to accept this money and pay and play those songs, if the listeners don't like it, they're just going to change the station. And if that happens, they're just going to lose business that way.
Yeah.
So
there's this thing called BDM and BMI and all these bullshit. So they would play the song, and they play like the first couple of minutes because it has a tertiary tone, so that they could pick up that it's being played. So they could mix it in and just play like the first 15, 20 seconds of the song. Bam, it's been played, and they can move on to the next song. And when they would do that, oftentimes it would be a shit record, so they would play it overnight when your listenership is
asleep.
Yeah, asleep. So you can play all the bullshit you want from midnight to 6 a.m. You know what I mean? And then at 6 you go back to regular bullshit. I never really got involved on that side.
And especially by the time you were in it was so illegal that they weren't even doing it.
I mean, like, even going to the Grammys and all that story they're talking about, that probably could have at some point been like, oh, well, you accepted a trip to the fucking Grammys to play fucking Touch It. You know what I mean? Like, it was way past that, by the way. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things where there was a lady that ran, and she got caught up. It was when flat screens first came out. apparently. And there was a flat screen that was supposed to have been bought for the radio station, but it was, I don't know the whole story. I may be wrong, but apparently it was shipped to a home address instead of the radio station.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and she got caught up. Yeah. Yeah.
There was a show on HBO. It was a horrible show. It could have been a lot better. They just went the wrong direction with it. I think it was called Vinyl.
Okay.
And it was about a record company, I think, if I remember right. And it was about the owner of the record company, and back in the early 70s, I think, early to mid 70s. It could have been just a lot better show if they would have went the different direction in regards to the talent,
Right.
because I think they were going more. It's hard to explain, but in the show, like a couple dudes in the mailroom got records that they thought was good for clubs.
Okay.
So they would like take it to clubs and ask the DJs to play it, while people were dancing. And some of them would, some of them wouldn't. They gave them some cash.
Right.
So I just remember this one part. For whatever reason, it really stuck to me that they were in a club and they were playing this record, and I think it might have been like a black club. And when the DJ put the record on, like they stopped dancing. And so they were like looking around like, uh-oh, did we mess up? It's just really, because they were shopping this record around a lot.
Right.
And if I remember right, it was like one of the last clubs they were at. And again, the crowd stopped dancing. And they were like, damn, the guys that were working in the mailroom were like, damn, another one, it's not, they don't like it. But the DJ like head nodded them and said, look all the way in the back. And all the way in the back, there was like a group of people. They were like, oh, shit, this is the jam. They were dancing all the way in the back.
Right.
And, the spark got in their eyes. Like, oh, shit, we might
be onto something.
And had they followed that projection of the story, I think it would have probably been a good show. Because I remember the music was, again, it was like crappy.
Right. Well, they probably didn't want to pay the royalties for the good shit, right?
True. Yeah.
So, it's funny because there's a lot of guys out there, like we were talking about earlier, that are DJs that'll go and they do nightclubs and then just turn on the next song, right?
Yeah.
So those are the guys that don't understand how to work a club. You play certain songs, you keep them going, and then you play a shit song so they go get drinks so they can sit down for a bit, and then you bring it back up again, right? They don't understand the music and they don't understand their audience enough to do that. So those guys would be the ones that you could get to play records that nobody's ever heard, because everybody knows if a song comes on, you drop it like it's hot, or oh shit, everybody can dance. The other night you were sitting there and the girls wanted to, 16, right? Yeah. And what they want? They wanted old gangster Snoop shit, right?
Surprised me, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Birthday girl was like, play this song. And I was like, holy shit, you guys like this?
It's another reason I wasn't up there.
What?
You don't like old school
The music choice. I get it, but
so
I knew where I was at. I knew your audience, but
I actually were my audience.
kind of. But
he likes old freestyle shit, right?
I'd have played that. That would have been played all night,
right? Look out weekends, because here I come.
I hate that fucking song so much.
That was the cut.
I hate
back in
that
the day.
song.
Club banger.
Anytime you play that, even now, right?
Hell yes.
Put that shit on. Old people out dancing all night, and you put that on towards the end of the night, they'll still go out there. Last song of the night. Let me clear my throat. People run back out. Oh shit! You're closing out with that one. Woo! Hold my drink. Right? Just gotta know your audience, man. Sebastian, any final words?
No, I'm good.
Tony? Any shout outs?
Give me a quick second.
One.
Not that I can remember now.
We want to thank our sponsor, Champion HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. The Desert's Champion at 760-360-7500. Let them know the Madhouse sent you, and you'll get yourself a little bit of discount. Did you already get your AC done for the year?
No.
No?
Cleaned out and stuff? No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Yeah, I got to get mine done here soon.
And in all actuality, too, good thing you said that because I could tell when my air filters need to be changed out because I could actually hear the suction trying to get past. Usually you can't hear it at all.
Right.
But because there's a little restriction because the filters are dirty,
Right.
I could actually hear like the sucking sound. Yeah. So it's time to change
Hook
them
it
out.
up, right? Yeah, I got to do that too here soon. And just to let you know, I hate you. The other night, I walked into my fucking bedroom. Never would have fucking bothered me before. Beep.
It's funny you say that because that was happening since last week when we did the podcast with the group.
You noticed
and
that
I was
shit?
gonna
had the
say
door shut.
I was gonna say something, but I it didn't come up naturally, organically.
Well, I slept.
I saw your face turn the first time you heard it.
That's hilarious. Holy shit. Well, I tried to sleep, and I did it for like the first week, and then I was like, fuck, I got to change that before
Dude.
Tony comes back over.
The first week.
Yeah, I was tired, dude. Fuck, man. You guys had me coming and going all week long. So I was like,
Man.
fuck. So I fucking, last night, I fucking couldn't sleep, and then I was like, fuck, I don't know where my fucking step stool is at. I can't fucking reach it. And I heard Milo walk by going, hey, Milo. Yeah, come here. Hey, can you reach that fucking thing up there? Yeah, Dad. He put his fucking hand right on it like no fucking problem. All right, cool. Change the battery in it. All right, cool.
So you changed the battery?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was able to sleep pretty good last night without all the
Thank
beeping.
you. Thank you.
It never would have fucking bothered me before. I would have slept right through it every fucking night. I kept thinking, fuck, I gotta change that.
Dude, I remember too hearing it. I was like, man, I gotta say it.
Good. I saved myself from you again. All right. Did you come up with anybody?
No, I'm good.
You good? All right. All right, guys. Hey, thank you all for listening. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. And we'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.